Hi guys, and welcome back to Between the Ropes TV. So for this video, we want to talk about Teofimo Lopez, because if you don't know already, on the 5th of January, he put out a tweet saying, "I'll become undisputed again, but at junior welterweight." That's a big statement to make, but I think he's a kind of fighter who can do that. But at the moment, every time you mention Lopez, you can't help but mention what happened on the 27th of November with that loss to Kambosos, because Kambosos did what he said he was going to do. Lopez, for me, he did lose that fight. Yes, it was by split decision, but I had it Kambosos' way. But that doesn't take anything away from Lopez being a top-class operator. And I don't want to take anything away from Kambosos now, but I think if that fight was to happen again, I think Lopez would win, because I just think all the circumstances wasn't there for Lopez. The weight was wrong for him, so the move up is 100% the right decision. But he wanted to defend his belt, so you've got to say fair enough to that. But I don't think you should take anything away from him. Now he's moving up just because he's got that loss on his record. So with him now moving up, and he says he's going to be undisputed, what's he going to do? Is he going to go straight for Taylor and try and take all his belts off him? Or do we think Taylor might move up, and that means Lopez has got to go and collect all the belts? But I don't know, let's go through a few points here. For example, with Teofimo, I think he's got redemption now. He's going to work hard to prove that he is a pound for pound, well, probably not number one, but in that list, because I think he was 7 before the Kambosos fight. And like I've said already, he's a good fighter, and I do think that this new lightweight welterweight division, when he moves up, it's there for him to take. I think Taylor, as we know, is world class, and him against Taylor would be a brilliant fight. But there's fights there that he can go up and he can definitely win. But for me, the main question is Taylor. He defends all his belts on the 26th of February in Glasgow against Jack Catterall. It's building up to be a good fight that got postponed from the 18th of December, as we all know. I do see Taylor coming through this. I think whether with ease, I don't know, but I think he'll keep all his belts. And he has suggested that after this fight, he thinks he might look forward to moving up to welterweight and go for one of the champions there, which we know could be either Crawford or it's going to be Ugas or Spence, with those belts on the line against each other. And again, I don't think that would be a bad move for Taylor to move up and go to welterweight now and try and build legacy there, because all the belts, by probably the end of April, there'll only be 2 belt holders in that weight. So that is there for Taylor to clean up if he can, because that would be a tough job. But I do believe that a big money fight against Lopez, it could happen, because they're both top-ranked fighters. This should be an easy fight for top-ranked to negotiate and to make happen. So, to me, Taylor, beat Catterall, fight Lopez, win or lose, nothing will be taken away. He'd still be able to move to welterweight, and if he did lose to Lopez, he'll just have to do what Lopez is trying to do now, but up at welterweight. And again, losses aren't the end of your career. You can come back for them even better, and you'll just learn from the loss. So I do believe that, well, I think Taylor might stay for that Lopez fight, because the money will be there. It's easy to make. But first, Lopez can't think he can go straight into Taylor at the new division. I think he needs at least one fight to get used to the weight and to really settle in. Me personally, I'd love Regis Progress. I know that he's a world-class operator as well. One loss, which is against Taylor, and he's an experienced, dangerous light welterweight. And like in his career, 26 fights, 22 KOs. He doesn't mess around. I think Lopez, to go in against him, show that he can box, show what he can do at this division, straight away, with a win there, he would make the name for himself. And I do think people would be calling straight away for him to take on Taylor. And like I say, it's a huge fight. They can do it anywhere. They could do it in the UK. They could do it in America. It would sell out no matter where you go, because they're 2 pound for pound great fighters. And I just think that it's something that needs to happen. But if Taylor did move up, I think most people would understand. We're just disappointed we won't see that fight. And I think if Taylor moved up and Lopez then had to go and collect the belts, I still think he can do it. I think it's a good division, the light welterweight, but it's one that I can see Lopez dominating for the next few years, because I rate him very highly, and I just think that the Kambosos fight, it wasn't his day. But again, nothing away from Kambosos. And I just think it's going to be exciting. Maybe even Sander Martin could be one little fight for Lopez up there, who, as we all know, beat Mickey Garcia last year in a good performance. Just go, get the experience, get the rounds at the new weight, make your name, get as many belts as you can. And that's what Lopez is going to do. And I can't wait to see what happens in 2022, because he looks a bit angry now. And I think that's going to be a good way to push him forward. But that's kind of me all wrapped up. If you've got anything to add, guys, don't forget to put it in the comments. Tell us what you think. What route would you like Teofimo to take? And even Taylor, do you want him to stay at this weight for a Teofimo fight? Do you want him to move up to maybe fight Crawford? And the winner of that, take Spence and Ugas. You tell me. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.